I'm ready. What up? Let's get to it. So it's a lot of cap going around. It's a lot of cap going around, especially it was a whole bunch of rhetoric and chatter after the Bama lost to Oklahoma, which Bama will turn into a win. But at the end of the day, don't listen to the rumors. Don't listen to the lies. The so called experts, the fake fans, or the bandwagon fans, or the fans that saying the season is over, et cetera, homie. You hear me? You know? See, a lot of people are delusional. And you know, the college football world has a bunch of Bama haters, huh? So much Bama haters that they would love to really, for it to really be a fact that Bama has no chance or won't make the college football playoff. Stop the cap, poppycock. You hear me? Ain't no way in hell. First off, Bama was the number ranked 4 team in the nation for a reason, correct? Are we forgetting how many back, four to be exact, games Bama won versus ranked opponents in the SEC? You hear me, dog? Heavy. You know, went to South Carolina, beat a tough South Carolina team at home, the same South Carolina team who almost beat Texas A&M, the number 3 ranked team in the nation. You hear me, dog? So let's stop the cap. Ain't no way in hell the committee, unless it's some real Bama hate going on, some inside jobs going on, right, dog, that they will drop Bama out of the top 12 first off for losing to a good Oklahoma team in a tight battle where Bama outplayed them the whole game. 3 turnovers, 1 interception for return for a touchdown. You subtract that, Bama wins the game anyway. You hear me? But shout out to Oklahoma. They did their thing. They came to play. But like I know, like the whole college football worlds know, correct? Bama beat themselves once again. You hear me? They beat themselves once again with turnovers, with mistakes, etc., etc. Heavy, homie. You hear me? And it's still things to work on. If they can clean it up, if they can find a run game, if the O line can continue to get better. I don't believe in the O line. I stand on that 10 toes down, especially in the run game. Period. Pass blocking, I believe in them a little more. But at the end of the day, you hear me? We need to find a way to get a run game going. And like I said in the previous video, right? You can put some blame on Grubb. You can put some blame on the O line. But it's overall team loss, team win. You win as a team, you lose as a team. You hear me, dog? But Bama is still a very good team, you know, with a elite championship caliber defense. Let's not forget that. It seems like all these people talking, huh? Capping and yapping, right? You hear me? Forget the fact that Alabama's defense is like that. Bitch, yeah, they like that, bro. You hear me? And everybody knows that. Oklahoma wasn't running up and down the field. The offense hurt them. The offense failed them, homie. You hear me? Ty Simpson under pressure failed them. He's going to have to become more accurate. He was very inaccurate at times. He needs to do better. The whole team needs to perform better. Bama's whole problem is starting slow, being inconsistent. Also, the O-line play, Ryan Grubb, suspect play calling at times, and the defense has certain areas of it to clean up. But at the end of the day, let's not get carried away. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the rumors, nor the cap. If Bama wins out, hell. Even if they just beat Auburn, they go into the SEC championship game, correct? You expect them to smash Eastern Illinois, period. A get right game. You expect to see second stringers, third stringers, all inserted into the game. I say in the second quarter at least. So that should be a win, a smash session, right? You hear me? You go to Auburn, tough test. They beat Auburn. They're in the playoff regardless, heavy. Now you go to the SEC championship, huh? You hear me? Because if they beat Auburn, they will be in the SEC championship. But don't get it misconstrued. Auburn is a must-win now. Yeah. Bama, just like the Florida State game, they made it more difficult on themselves. But pressure either busts pipes or makes diamonds, huh? I repeat, pressure either busts pipes or makes diamonds. It's up to Bama what they gonna do, how will they respond. And if it's the Bama boys I know, you hear me? Huh? The Kalen DeBoer I know, his team will respond very well. And go in there and kick Auburn ass, hands down, man down, dog. You hear me, dog? Straight up. You know? Heavy. Everybody knows the level of magnitude the Iron Bowl has. Bama knows how important it is, correct? So let's go in there and handle business. But Bama beats Auburn when they beat Auburn. You hear me? That should solidify them a playoff spot. Then boom, you go to the SEC championship game. You talking about solidifying them in a high ranking, a first round bye, all of that, man, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So the field is wide open. Everything is still in front of Bama, right? Heavy, man. So don't be bamboozled by the bullshit talk. Everybody trying to scare the Bama fans, even some Bama fans throwing BS out there. Yeah, their playoff hopes are very much alive, right? That's just what it is. Their first round bye hopes very still much alive, and the SEC championship game very still much right in front of them. You know, some people just love to say stuff, right? Create rumors, create a certain fake illusion. Don't buy into it, man. Understand what's going on. Go look at the SEC rankings, SEC standings before you believe in these jokers and these clowns. Even these so-called beat writers who be having a bunch of grammatical errors in they shit week in, week out. You hear me, dog? In every article. Yeah, bitch, yeah. Every article, baby. You hear me? You know, go take a look at some of these articles, and I guarantee you wouldn't believe you would be reading something from a so-called beat writer with a writing degree, a degree in literature, correct? But it is what it is. Like I tell you, man, that's the world we live in. That's the world we live in. Heavy. Yeah. Sometimes it's not even about who's the most talented or this or that. Other factors weigh in, but that's for a different time, different channel. But Bama is definitely all alive. Big hopes alive for the playoff. And I believe I feel they can still and will run the table if they get a run game going. Teams can't stop them already. When they were zoned in, locked in, they marched the ball up and down the field on Oklahoma. You know, when Ty Simpson was dialed in, which he has to get better under pressure right now. That is his weakest point, his weakness. Under pressure, you hit him in the mouth early, he gets rattled. It was times when the pass pro was very good, and he still threw inaccurate balls. So the biggest weakness to his game, which teams are starting to figure out, that's why you see more teams blitzing now, trying to apply pressure. They know you hit him in the mouth, you pressure him, you can get him rattled. I don't want to say scared, but at times he looks scared, homie. You hear me, dog? No cap. You hear me? Heavy, man. Period. So those are things in his game he has to change and improve upon. But at the end of the day, the offensive firepower, the weapons they have, Ryan Grubb, when he's dialed in, zoned in, locked in, bro, they can beat any team in the nation. And I stand on that 10 toes down. You hear me? Yeah, man. So don't get all in your feelings, get scared. Bama controls their own destiny. They win in Auburn, they're in. They win the SEC championship, they get the first round bye. Could potentially even be looking at a first of being ranked first in the top 3 in the nation after it's all said and done. But you got to take care of business, handle it 1 week at a time, huh? You hear me? One Saturday at a time, baby. And you got to focus on the task at hand, which is Eastern Illinois, huh? Eastern Illinois. I don't care if they D2, whatever. I don't care if it was a D3 team. You hear me? You're going to get Eastern Illinois a game, period. Heavy, yo. You know? And Bama has been beaten by lesser teams before, right? Non-conference teams, whatever team, UL Monroe and Saban's early career. So it's not impossible, but it shouldn't be possible. This should be a domination. I'm expecting a domination early. You hear me, dog? Straight up. Roll Tide, full of pride. Win, lose, or draw, right? But let's go fucking win. But everything is available, everything on the table. Don't listen to the lies, the rumors, man. You hear me? And Bama is still a very good football team. The biggest thing for them is getting the run game going, getting the run game going. That's the biggest thing, biggest conundrum right now that's holding them back. Lack of run game. And they get it going in spurts. And like I said in the previous video, go check it out. I want to see AK Deer brung into the mix. I want to see number zero on the field. He gives you an explosive aspect, an explosive weapon to the run game. Those holes that Hill and Miller take forever to hit, no, boom, hell to the no. AK Deer will be on that. He will be in there, hands down, man down. We saw his explosiveness already. I'm sure he will play versus Eastern Illinois, but fuck all that, bro. You hear me? Heavy. I want to see him getting reps, getting the rotations versus Auburn, and from then on. You hear me? It's about speed. He's a weapon. He can be a weapon X. You can utilize him out of the backfield. You talk about screen game plays. When Ryan Grubb is on his shit, he's one of the best play callers, if not the best play caller, right, in the nation. You hear me, dog? And just think if Bama can get a run game going, how dangerous they will be when teams really got to play on their heels. Second guess, right? You know? They got teams on their heels and they're basically one dimensional. So that shows you how great this offense can be, right? How explosive this offense is. Heavy, even with Ryan Williams being soft at times, being real, very soft, dog. He hasn't elevated his game. We need more from him. I stand on that 10 toes down. We need more from Ryan Williams. Now, some may say he hit a wall. He hit a plateau. A plateau. He's not getting better. Now, if that's the case, that's trouble for him. I don't know if he's lost focus, lack of whatever. Somewhere mentally, he needs to zone back in mentally. We've seen him have flashes, right? Make some flash plays, but we need more. You fumble the ball after your defense forces a 3-and-out. You can't do that, bro. No cap. You can't win games like that, bro. No cap. For real. Right? So we just gonna be real here. So Ryan Williams zone in. I don't know what the hell the problem is, but whatever the problem is, handle that business there, my boy. Handle that business round yonder, for real. But playoffs, hopes, dreams, aspirations, national championship title, all alive, dog. So don't listen and hear the cap. Period, dog. For real. Roll Tide full of pride. Win, lose, or draw. Take care of business with Eastern Illinois. Go smash Auburn and handle your business. Heavy. Period. The main thing on the Bama's coaching staff should be, as far as offensively, Ryan Grubb and Kalen DeBoer and whoever else involved, the quarterback's coach is settling Ty Simpson down when he's under pressure, right? Heavy, and figuring out a damn way, switching things up, the personnel, whatever you got to do, period. Inserting a different running back in the game at times to get this damn run game going. Yeah, bro. Yeah. If they can figure that out, they will be a damn near unstoppable team. But you got to go out there and do it. You hear me? They can get on a podium. They can have depressors, team meetings, player meetings. At the end of the day, baby, they got to go get it done. Yeah, you know what it is, man. Big skull here, roll tide full of pride, and let's go get it, bro. Heavy. Yeah, we coming, bro. Roll tide straight up.